I'm Ron Paul, and I approve this message.
You are now listening to the Ron Paul Radio Network. Radio for the revolution.
What's going on, y'all? You're back. I'm your host, Paco. You're listening to Occupy the Media. Just want to say we are running a promotion this month called Inflate This. For every donation of $20 or more, we will send donors their very own Ron Paul blimp from our sponsors at ronpaulblimps.com. So donate to Ron Paul Radio at ronpaulradio.com/support, and then head over to ronpaulblimps.com to get your own promotional blimps to fly the message of liberty in your town. Now, I was just talking about before the break that they have now legalized in the state of North Carolina gold and silver as real money, just like they already did in Utah. So check that out, Utah and North Carolina. If you can get a bank account out there, get your gold and silver in the account. Now let's go to move on to our interview. We have Dr. K on the line. We're going to speak to Dr. K. Are you with me? Can you hear me?
Yes. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing okay. It's early in the morning, just trying to stay up. That's all.
Yeah, I know. We need our wild herbs to do that. I wanted to let you know that they're going to try to send you a compression of that videotape at any minute now. So hopefully you'll get that of the interaction with the security guards when I was doing that exit poll. So, but we'll try to get to that.
Yeah. So basically, I was letting our listeners know that you basically went to Wisconsin during their primary, I believe, and you were actually attempting to do your own exit poll, correct?
That's correct. And I went to two different places and alerted them that I was going to do an exit poll, that I was given total, access through the Bureau of Elections of Wisconsin. Not that you need access, but I wanted to let them know in advance, the election board. And I proceeded to do an exit poll at the Sandberg Center for about 7 hours, a considerable amount of time, a lot longer than any media normally does it, right? In which I interviewed about 145 people, right? And as it turned out, Dr. Paul won that exit poll. Now, I chased down elderly people, middle-aged people. People walked out, and I followed them if they didn't see me. I tried to get a diverse sampling. I didn't just aim at a certain group. I wanted everybody to tell me who they voted for. And I got about 85% of the exiters to give me their response. Dr. Paul won by a considerable margin. He had 42 votes, over 33 for Romney, and about 17 for Santorum. So Dr. Paul in this survey was over twice the Santorum votes. Now, since when did we ever get a proven exit poll? I have it on videotape from anybody. Now, somebody might flippantly say that AP did exits, but we've never seen any proof of it. Mm-hmm. So I was doing that exit poll, and I was approached by security, and they said I had to leave. This was about 2 o'clock, and I prevailed over that. I insisted that I couldn't leave. I had to finish the exit poll, and that I didn't do anything that was inappropriate. Okay,
so just to make sure, you're just standing there. You've been there for probably about an hour or two, or however long. You're doing your thing, and the next thing you know, they just come up. Was it security, or who was it?
Well, right. See, there was a slow period, and during the slow period, and I knew there wouldn't be any exiters because there was nobody voting. I went about 100 yards away, because that's the law, and I thought I'll pass out some super brochures and things. About 100 yards away, 100 feet is the minimum. I went further.
Okay.
And they accosted me about that. Security did, okay? Now, I said to them that, look, there's nowhere posted anywhere that you can't give anything out. Where's the posting? Well, it's in our secret manual. But there's nothing posted. So unless you have something posted, you cannot, prevail over me. I'm doing it within my rights. So she brought a second security person, and they said, well, okay, if somebody asks you for literature, we understand that, but you can't solicit anymore. I said, all right then. Fine. Well, So that was one time. Then a little later on, a person said, I'm kind of caught between Obama and Paul if he goes to the final. And he said, do you have any information? So, okay, I can't give you information here. I'm a pollster. But I'll walk you 100 and some feet away, and at that point, I'll give you some information.
I know.
So then the security... Huh?
I was saying, it's sad we have to do that because you have the Constitution of the First Amendment. All you should have is your right to freedom of speech. It shouldn't even matter that, whether you're 100 yards, 10 feet, as long as you ain't, touching someone or making them take some information, I can understand that. But it's just ridiculous to me that you have to
It is ridiculous. But what you want to do is finish the exit poll and get the data, so I'm playing the game, and then they come after me again. And I prevailed that time because I said, look, you said if someone asks for information that it was legitimate, it was under your allowance to do. So that's what I did. I prevailed the second time. But then at 5 o'clock, they came down in force. They came down strong. They came down threatening. They came down pushy. And although they didn't touch me, I realized I better stop. I better stop because I'm going to get arrested, and then I can't do anything. Then the whole thing's screwed up. So I left.
So let's go. I'm going to take me back for a second. Okay, so they're all coming up to you, and you said that they're being threatening. I mean, what exactly are they cursing at you?
No. They told me well, first of all, you need to get your stuff out and leave.
And when somebody no reason the third time. The third time they're not giving you a reason of what you're doing.
No, exactly. Because I said, look, has any voter complained about my exiting? No.
Okay.
Has anybody inside the poll complained about my exiting? No. And so, but I know the posture of threatened arrest.
Yeah.
So and that's stressful enough. Yeah. So I leave, and I think, you know what, I'll go to another poll. I know where the poll is. I stopped there before. I alerted them that I might do some polling. So I go to the second poll.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm even more strict with myself. I'm not going to pass anything. I'm just going to stand at the exit and do the polling. And I'm having fun because Paul's winning again.
Yeah, well, we know he's winning everywhere, but they just don't want to tell nobody.
So and even if he wasn't winning, it's still an exit. And so he's winning. I've only got about 20 votes in. He's winning. Obama had a few more votes, but that's irrelevant. It's a highly democratic place, and we're looking for the Republican vote, but we're polling everybody.
Okay.
I'm grabbing everybody. I got almost 100% response, and here they come. What are you doing here? I'm doing my poll. I'm not even asking questions. There's a clipboard. They're just clicking. Then another security agent. Then another one. Then another one. Then I'm surrounded by 4 of them.
Wow.
And that I have on tape. The other one, I don't know. I might have it on. This one, I actually have the 2 thugs standing before me on the video cam.
Mm.
And every kind of a cockamamie excuse, lie they came out with. You don't have permission to be here. No, of course I have permission to be here. You can't be here. You're not an exit poller. Every kind of garbage came out of their mouths. And these guys were more threatening than the other ones. So I was pushed out. I came back after I got my wits about me, and I video cammed the building, and I said, this is the building on tape that I was forced out of. And I even said there in front of them, you're forcing me out. So, we have a strong case against these criminals that if we wanted to, I'm going to file something against them in Milwaukee as soon as I can get up there. I've got all my exit documents. I'm going to file it. The numbers also. And I might even consider make an addendum that there could be suspicion of fraud because my exits are completely contradictory to the trash that AP and the election board has put out.
If we look at the races and we look at the primary results compared to the caucus results, Ron Paul does so much better, which is it shouldn't be a surprise. Obviously, something's going on with the voting. There's something going on. And
that's right. That's what we'll address next.
Yeah.
And Dr. Paul said, I think himself, that you cannot suppress the caucuser. You can't suppress the human being, but you can alter the votes on a machine.
Okay, we're going to go to a break. This is Paco, Occupy the Media. We'll be back.